Hi David, thanks for coming to talk with us today. So you've been involved in the abalone industry for 30 years now. Could you tell us exactly what the work you do is and how you're involved with the industry?
I've been, as you said, diving for over 30 years, and that involves me fishing for abalone from basically Kalbarri through to the Eucla or Nullarbor Plain. So I've dived all these areas very extensively for many, many years, and believe it or not, the best abalone habitat and stock levels are right on the Ocean Reef Marina proposed site. To give you a little bit example of that, we have quotas in our fishery, and the quota that we have from Augusta through to Esperance, our commercial take is 15 tonne, whereas the Ocean Reef Marina, from the Ocean Reef Marina to basically Burns Beach Road, we harvest 16 tonne over that area, and that's at a larger size limit. So it's probably the jewel of our fishery and of the world. Man, you will never find unique abalone stocks in front of a capital city in the world like that.
So given the uniqueness of this habitat of the abalone that reside there, their size, the tonnage that gets collected, how will this affect you on a personal level as someone who's involved in the abalone industry?
Personal level, it does make it difficult to make the viability of the fishery, because every industry has got to have a few areas where you get good catches at a low cost, and the Ocean Reef and the metropolitan area generally gives you that. And which, when you start working the country, it becomes very costly and you don't catch as much, and so the metropolitan fishery sort of takes the heat off that and makes it all work. If you lose the local fishery here because of this marina, we lose like a third of our quota. All of a sudden you're getting very squeezed for it to be a commercial viable business.
So as a commercial, business owner, and also as will it affect recreational abalone fishers?
Oh, absolutely,
as
well?
Yeah.
They'll lose their ground as well. So they'll be forced to a smaller area. Depends on what the impact is. If the impact ends up, taking out most of Ocean Reef, then the wrecks will be forced to a small area like Trig Island area, Marine to Trig, and that'll put a lot of pressure on that fishery. And we resource share that, and so quota's got to come down across the board. And my business, actually, I do live abalone to the local market here, and I've got these live tanks that I've been supplying the local community abalone for the past 5 years. It grows every year, and obviously this year a bit held back because of COVID-19, but it's very popular, and it's nice to actually supply local product to local people. And restaurants, have a few restaurants as well, Lobster Shack and Ritz-Carlton and Cicerello's.
Really? Cool.
So those guys also will suffer will have supply issues.
So I can imagine, the size and the scale of the marina development is really concerning to you, both an individual and a business.
It's a crying shame. I'm hoping that there's a few people that say it won't be as bad as what we say it's going to be. I hope they're right. That's all I can hang my hat on, and hope we're wrong. But it's playing with fire. It's a bit of an unknown, and you're really prepared to take that risk. And unfortunately, people don't see what's there because you don't physically see them on the beach. They're actually in the water, so you've got to actually jump in the water to see them, and you've got to have good weather to actually physically see them, even if you are in the water. So the public has no idea of the sheer biomass that's out there.
Because it's all hidden, I guess.
It's all hidden. If you get the weather, you'll see it. But if you don't get the weather and you don't get the water, you just don't know what's there. Besides a few keen wrecks and a few keen divers.